Hey, what's up? We are back. We're the Unclaimed XP podcast. I'm Rugrat. I'm joined by my friend Hunter Happens. Hunter, what's up, dude?
Not much, my man. Not much. Just chilling, having a friggin' great day.
Oh God. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate. I was about to say welcome back to the stream, but this is not what you're seeing.
Yeah, I was in the
But
middle of closing my window. I apologize. Yes, I was like, oh God, get back to the chair.
no,
Yeah,
you're
no,
good.
no. I am doing great. I'm doing great though, man. How are you? How are you today?
Pretty tired. Yesterday I was woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning to somebody weed whacking.
That
Don't know why they decided to start weed whacking at 6 o'clock in the morning,
Hey
but
man,
that's besides the point.
gotta get it out of the way early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those
And
weeds
then
need to
this
be whacked.
morning, apparently. But this morning, for some reason, the way the garbage truck comes into, like, I guess my apartment complex, they have to back in. So at
Hmm.
6 o'clock in the morning, all I heard was beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
I love waking up to that.
Oh God. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for it to be over. It took like 15 minutes to get them out of here. But yeah, no,
Uh,
it's just been rough, man. But
Man.
I'm doing all right. I'm living.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're so tired. Hopefully you can get some good rest here soon. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. My week has been good. Just been doing me, working on games as well. I've been playing a new game actually that was
Oh,
recommended to
okay.
me. Yeah, by a mutual friend, Buddha Will. He's also a teammate of ours on the Hardcore Casuals. But yeah, he recommended it to me on Twitter because I just asked. I was like, I'm looking for a new game. Like, anybody got any suggestions? I'm down. And yeah, he recommended this game called Night in the Woods, and it's actually really, really awesome. It's a really funny, like well done, kind of like spooky story. That I'll just give you a quick rundown of it. Basically, you play as like a cat. It's like a bunch of animals. It's super cutesy and it's fun. But
Animal Crossing.
yeah, just darker. So basically you're a person, you go, not a person, you're a cat, whatever. You come back from college, you're 20 years old, and then you like hang out with some old buddies or whatever, and then later on in the game you like some crazy shit happens, like somebody gets kidnapped and you basically got to figure out like what the fuck's going on. So it seems pretty cool, but the one thing I really like about it is the dialogue. I think it's really well done because it feels like actual people like talking, and I don't know, I really like it. The humor is actually pretty good. It's gotten me a few times, and I think it's very dark humor though. So that's a very you gotta be ready for that, obviously. But I think it's
Of course.
funny. I think it's funny, to be honest. Yeah. So that's basically what I've been like doing lately or this week anyway, is focusing on that with the streaming, as well as just kind of organizing my life a little bit. I have I've been working on the journaling and whatnot, and just keeping track of my schedule per week. I haven't gotten like everything quite done, but it's good to see like the boxes that I'm checking off, and like the things that I'm getting done and whatnot per week, and what I should be getting done. It's really nice. It's been very, very helpful. So I'm super excited for the future of that.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
I've only been playing Overwatch, so
yeah,
I have nothing. I have nothing incredible to contribute
I
there
was gonna
besides
say,
that.
yeah, like what have you been playing? But yeah, that Overwatch life, man. Have you just been doing like ranked, or is it just casual play?
I've been doing a lot of ranked because I keep getting screwed. Because the
Mm-hmm.
way Overwatch works is, if you get ranked, like I started playing at season 3. So I played season 3 by myself. Had no idea what the hell I was doing. It was my first PC game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Got really bad rank. I've
Okay.
improved tenfold since then, but obviously I've taken breaks. I'll miss like 3 or 4 seasons. I'll come back, I'll play, and I'll win like 7 out of 10 games, and I'll still get like bronze or silver, just because Overwatch is like, oh, this is what you ranked a year and a half ago. You probably haven't improved a lot since then, so we're just gonna keep you in the same elo. It's like, no, dude, I definitely can play in other ranks. Or, like, can you give me other ranks? And they just don't. So that's how I get screwed.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I've always wondered if Rainbow Six Siege does the same thing. Like, I'm not, because your rank resets every season, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
if they like throw you back in with the same rank kind of people. Because that's like what they think your rank is or whatever from the past. I'm not sure if that's how that works. But I've always had an issue with that in ranked games. I've always had an issue with like, I don't know. I feel like I'm a very casual player, and it's hard for me to get super competitive about a game. So when I do get super competitive, I don't feel right. I don't know if that makes
yeah.
sense. It's just not in my bones to be like crazy competitive and like, want to get the best rank. I had a moment where I was kind of getting that in Siege back in was it 2019, 2018? Yeah, like in 2018, I was really getting into Siege, and I was getting into comp play a lot, and it was struggling. It was like really rough. Like I really wanted to get to Diamond, but I got to Plat 2, which is really cool, but I also just got super stressed out, and I was like, this is not worth it. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it's never worth it, man.
It's never worth it. So I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. And that kind of, I won't say that's what burned me out on the game, but it definitely contributed to it. The fact that I was trying to be so competitive and trying to get such a high rank, and should have just been having a better time with it.
Yeah, rank does that. I've known when I do like quick play, I just enjoy it, and then when I played ranked, it's like, I don't know, my mood changes.
It really does. Yeah, it's different. It's just a different
Like you
vibe.
want to win, you want to like enjoy it, and like when you lose, it's an awful feeling.
It is
It's like a pit in your stomach.
Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway,
Um,
but yeah, any kind of games that you're getting excited about that's coming up?
So obviously we've talked weeks about several games that have constantly keep coming up, and I guarantee you we're talking about it again today. But there's something new in the midst. Mafia 2, like all the Mafia games. I don't know if people have played it. Think of like GTA, but like Italian mobsters, crime game. So they're getting remasters. They're coming out with like a collection of them. So you can get Mafia 3, the definitive edition right now. I think that's what it's called. So Mafia 3 came out in 2016, I want to say. And that game really doesn't need a remaster because it's not terribly old.
No.
So what they're kind of doing is they're re-releasing it with all the DLC and all the stuff that goes with it. Mafia 2 just came out as a definitive edition. It is getting a remaster where you come with all the DLCs, all the extra in-game stuff. And then the original Mafia game, I think it's coming out, I want to say August 28th, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming out completely remastered, completely redone. And the issue with, August 28th. So they're going to have to pretty much remake the entire game because that game came out, oh my God, when we were little. Not little, but like we were young at the time because I'm only 24. So like I was a lot younger. So they're pretty much redoing all of these games and re-releasing them for you to play. And if you haven't played them, I highly recommend it. So that's the kind of the one that I'm super excited for. Just because like I love the Mafia games. So it hits close to home because I'm from New Jersey. I come from a very Italian family. So, this game, I just love playing it.
Yeah, I actually never got into the Mafia games. I did get into like Grand Theft Autos and all that, but I never had a chance to play Mafia and everything. But I had a friend who did, and I remember hearing great things about it from him and a lot of other people about the games. I just never really picked it up myself. So I'm actually kind of excited about this. Like I want
to see what store they're coming from. Like I want to know where I can get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm actually very interested in this. I would love to play this, and I'll probably hook it up or look it up on Xbox and see if it's available on there. Because I imagine it is. I think I had somebody in my stream actually talking about that not long ago, like just this last morning. Like pretty sure somebody was hanging
on Steam.
Out. Yeah, that's
it
fair.
just came out. What's today? The 22nd when we were recording this, May 19, 2020. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition was released. Then obviously Mafia 3 has been out since 2016. They came out with the Definitive Edition. So yeah, we have to wait for the first one. Excuse me. Gotcha. So yeah, we have all that stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm really excited about it regardless. Because like I said, haven't played it, so new to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, you would like it. If you like GTA, it plays very much like that, but it's very story heavy.
See, I like story heavy games. So, and GTA 5, in my opinion, that story is amazing. I think that's
incredible.
One of the best.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure I'd probably get into the Mafia games. So, 100%, I'm gonna check those out. I think.
You will. I think you like it. I might even buy it right when we're done here. I might just buy it, download it, and play it.
Speaking of buying it right when we're done here, I am going to actually buy the game that I'm getting freaking crazy excited about, which is Minecraft Dungeons. That's coming out on the 26th. We are recording this on the 22nd, as Rug just said. So in 4 days. Oh my God. I am very excited. Like,
dude, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, dude, I am so excited. So yeah, there's all kinds of details that have been released. We'll include an article in the description of whatever you're listening or watching this on. But there is all kinds of incredible details and just so much that you can do. I do believe that it is available for preload and like pre-order as well. So you are able to do that as of right now. Yeah, since the recording of this. So yes, you are able to do that. Yeah, dude, I am just so excited. Also, another quick note about it, there is going to be crossplay. I just read up on that. There will be like all kinds of crossplay, just PC, Xbox, PS4, Switch. I believe that's all good to go. So very excited. Very
That's awesome.
excited. Yes. So that's one thing that I'm definitely going to be. It's funny that you mentioned that because I was like, man, I've been thinking about pre-ordering this on my Switch. So that's going to happen.
Oh, that's right. It comes out on the Switch. See, like, I don't know. Like, I want to buy it for the stream, but I also wanted to buy it for the Switch because I don't know. My Switch is like just my personal time,
Yeah. No, I get that.
and it's like, do I want to buy it for both? Am I gonna stream it a lot, or should I just get it on the Switch and just enjoy it? Like, there's just so many things. I'm just excited for it. If I could buy it for
Yeah.
everything, I will. But like, I
Honestly,
know that's a terrible idea.
see what I think you should do is maybe try and just like stream it and then see if it's a game that you would want to chill with. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
feel like if you do it in the reverse and it's a game that you want to chill with, then you stream it, you might ruin the game for you. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, because plenty of games have been ruined for me from streaming it.
Exactly.
Like we talked about it either last episode or 2 episodes ago, where like I just don't want to play games off stream anymore.
Exactly.
And I've been able to pull myself out of it for like Animal Crossing. I like to stream Animal Crossing because like I don't really, not that I don't have to try, but like I don't have to worry about the competitiveness and I could just relax, listen to music and play. But I like that being my time. I'm just kind of chilling in the background, doing my own thing.
Exactly. Exactly. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could definitely just get it for Steam and just see how it feels for a little bit, a couple months, and then
Yeah.
maybe get it on Switch and just like start a file on there and just like do something different and just have fun with it, just chill with it whenever you're doing your thing.
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know, but options are available, obviously. So I'm very excited.
You should be because it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we're just gonna move on real quick from that. I hope you guys are getting excited for that as well, or whatever game that is coming out. Like, there's just so many good games coming out. But speaking of another game, there is a new Overwatch-like shooter from Amazon, actually, named Crucible. I believe it just launched this last Wednesday. So the recording of this is Friday morning, so it just launched this last Wednesday, but I believe it is only PC only, so Windows 10, Steam, all that. I don't think it's on consoles as of yet. But from the looks of it, Amazon is really, really trying to get this is their first big budget game that they're releasing. So they're really trying to get their hooks into the gaming market. And I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I don't know if I would really get into it because I got super into Overwatch and that kind of game style kind of just wore on me. So I don't really play it as much. I more play it just with buddies and just, as just whatever time. And I never really play it consistently. So I think it's something I would definitely check out, especially since it's free to play. So that's not a bad
love
option.
free, man.
I mean, free is great. Free is
Love free.
absolutely great. But yeah, like I said, first big major release that they've been involved in. So it already owns the streaming site Twitch and all kinds of stuff. So basically what they were trying to do in this article that we'll link with the description, basically what they're trying to do is ask, like, is this a game that would be watched as well as played? So that's kind of their thing. Since they own Twitch, they want it to be a competitor to like Apex, and Fortnite, all these big titles that have huge amounts of people watching on Twitch. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so I think that's actually kind of cool just to see them try that. And this article has the I believe the head of the gaming department and whatnot. What is it called? Relentless, I think is their I think it's like Relentless is their production.
Like the studio?
Is like Relentless Studio or something like that is their production company.
Possibly. Amazon has
They have a
its
lot.
talons on so many things right now.
Seriously, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
But, like I'm looking at it right now. I hate to cut you off, but like if you
No, you're
haven't
good.
seen it, like I'm on Twitch right now, just looking at all the thumbnails for like streams. It looks like a Titanfall 2/Anthem like art style.
That sounds really cool.
It's like third person over the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The landscape looks incredible.
Yeah,
So,
it does look really good, to be honest. So, and I mean, free to play, that's always fun. Like, can't really beat that. You can always
my
just
favorite
try
price,
it.
man.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. Easy peasy, right? So, but I think what's crazy is that like other big games, like Gigantic and Battleborn have really had like really positive reviews and really tried their hardest to like, beat out Overwatch and all that. But they still failed. They still just failed to attract a really long-term audience. It was there for a bit, but it wasn't there for a long time.
Yeah, it was nothing that can keep them afloat.
Not like how
Nothing to keep 'em
Overwatch has been afloat since what? When did it come out? Like 2016? It was
like 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah, it's been
Yeah.
out for a minute. Like, yeah. So definitely excited to see how this goes. I'm not sure if it'll be something that will, have a lot of longevity, but I think it's it's interesting. There's also a little bit in there. I just want to make a little mention. It says they have also delayed another title that it's been working on, an online multiplayer game called New World. So you have another game to expect as well. So probably be covering that as well eventually
In the coming episodes.
eventually, once it's actually announced a bit more and all that. But I thought that was interesting to note.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people talk about Crucible, and I didn't think anything of it because what is it? Destiny 2, isn't there like multiplayer called the Crucible? So when
Yes.
initially saw people talking about it, I'm like, oh, they're probably just playing Destiny. And then I saw streamers who don't normally play Destiny start talking about it. I was really confused. It was like, wait, what? And then I was like, I brushed over it. I probably like took a nap or continued watching South Park. Um, but yeah, no, like looking at it looks pretty cool. And I didn't know it was like Overwatch
Yeah.
because everybody
Yeah.
knows how much I love Overwatch.
Yeah, that's like the closest game that it could be compared to in terms of play style and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna agree. When I saw the article, it said Amazon's Crucible, and I was like, "What is this? What?" I'm like, "Destiny something? What's going on?" So
Yeah, right?
I honestly thought of Destiny as well. It's kind of interesting that Destiny has that attached to their name just because of that's what the multiplayer is called, I believe. So
My biggest thing, I was going to ask a stupid question, but right as you started reading it, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's on Mixer. And then I realized that it's Amazon's game, The Crucible. I
yeah,
was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't be. But like, where could you get it? I don't know if you covered that, but where could I go and get the Crucible if I wanted to play it? And if I could get it on like Steam or something or Epic, could I technically play it
see, I
on
believe.
Mixer?
Yeah, see, I believe you can get it on all the PC kinds of things like Steam or Epic and Windows 10 even. So that's why I think that, I think you might be able to stream that on Mixer. I actually haven't really looked and see if anybody's like streaming it.
I'm looking right now.
You don't really see anybody. I'm sure. I mean, there's not as many
Uh,
people on Mixer, obviously, but
Clearly.
I figured that,
It's a shame, but
yeah, I figured there might be at least like something going on. But
hey,
anyway,
Mafia 3 is being streamed on Mixer.
see, hey, there we go. Look at, oh man, that's got
Oh
some
god,
good
dude, I
stuff going.
really want to just fucking buy these games.
Yeah,
See, this is the problem. When I got promoted to full time at my job, I was like, man, I'm gonna have all this money. I'm not gonna know what to do with it. I want to start saving it. I'm gonna get ready to buy a house. If I ever get
Mhm.
married. And then I'm like, then all my coworkers are like, no, bro, you're gonna fucking spend it. I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, listen, you're a young guy. You just came into some good money. You got a good job. You're gonna spend a lot of your money on things you don't need because now you're not like I'm not worried about it. Like
Yep.
now when it comes to streaming, I always like I got to stream so I can make ends meet. Use this money to pay some bills. Now I'm like, man, this is like I bought a new firearm with my money from Twitch. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go treat myself. I went out to the gun shop. I was like, no, I need another carry gun. And boom, here we are.
Another, got it. Anyway,
Oh yeah, I was making a little arsenal ready to go, man.
what the So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not seeing it on here,
It's
but
not. Yeah, it's not on here.
yeah,
I'll even try typing it in. But I doubt
yeah.
it.
No, yeah, nothing. But this also reminds me of how much I want Visage.
Oh yes, I did. I was just gonna say that. That's on here.
Yeah, it is. I really, really want Visage, man. And I think a buddy of ours, Snipey, has played it, and it just looks so spooky. I love it.
All right, so I found it. 25 people are streaming it at the moment.
See, so yeah, so it seems like you can play it and stream it to Mixer, so that's good.
Good for them.
Good for them. But yeah, anyway, I thought that would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see where it goes. It's cool that it's a free to play game and obviously all that, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyway, other news. We have a little bit of other news here. Something about Rockstar Games. Rug, you want to lead on this one?
This is gonna blow everyone's mind. This blows my mind still reading the title. So, oh my god, Rockstar Games says they're gonna release, and I'm gonna say this very slowly so you'll get it. 93 games over a span of 5 years. Like right off the jump, that is just an astronomical amount of games, and only in the span of 5 years. We've had GTA 5 for what, 7?
Mm-hmm.
And all we have is GTA 5, and then we had Red Dead 2. Obviously,
Yeah.
Red Dead is not as popular, as GTA because GTA they've just been pumping content into that. But to think that this company is going to do 93 games in the next 5 years.
Well, yeah, it is also the parent companies in them. So Take-Two Interactive and also 2K Games. So there is going to
Well,
be
yeah.
a good amount of titles in there. But what they're talking
So
about
what,
is
three then? So then we have like what, three different, because 2K is huge.
yeah, 2K like games. They come out with a few each year.
Yeah.
And then Take-Two Interactive. I'm not entirely sure.
I have no idea who they are, to be completely honest with you.
I've seen their like logo and I've seen them on games, but I'm not entirely sure of their entire lineup and everything.
Let me see this logo.
So but yeah, so what it says here though is that this is going to be actually light in terms of new games for the company, in which it and how it plans. So this is actually going to be starting though in the end of March 2021, which is the end of the fiscal year coming up for them.
Okay.
So that's when this will be starting, but they didn't confirm if GTA 6 was going to be a part of this lineup or not. So we'll see when that's going to come out, because they haven't given a set date on when that will actually come out. I'm not sure how much they've actually confirmed about that game, to be real.
I have no idea either.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It says it here, like the industry analyst, what's his name? Daniel Ahmad. He broke it down that they're going to do 93 titles total. 63 of them are going to be the core experiences. I'm assuming maybe like GTA 6, maybe another type of Red Dead experience.
Yeah, that definitely
2K,
means like the AAA titles. Like,
was Borderlands 2K? Or was that old?
You
old
know,
Borderlands?
that believe that was 2K.
So like those, I'm assuming those kind of games. Maybe another type of Borderlands the next upcoming years. You got 17 that'd be mid-core games, which I'm assuming lesser titles.
Yeah, like,
I don't know too many Rockstar games that aren't like huge games, even for 2K, because if you're talking like maybe NBA 2K, then again, that's a huge sports game. Besides like that, Madden, or I guess it'd be FIFA, Madden, 2K. The show might be in there somewhere.
We'll see.
So like I'm curious, like what constitutes that being a mid-tier game?
I'm not
and you
sure.
have 12 casual arcade, which
Yeah.
I have no idea how they're gonna come out with.
I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming that means like more like indie kind of stylish, or just like cheap games that are.
Could it
a
be
lot more
even
casual.
considered indie? If it's like if
Not like-
Rockstar makes one of them, like I don't think they can be considered indie.
I didn't mean
But
like
I know what you mean.
I didn't mean like indie. I just meant like indie style, where it's like very cheap and just, super like easy casual arcade kind of game.
Hey man, some of those games have been some of my favorites, like Little Nightmares.
I actually
Probably
really wanted to
one of
play
my-
that. No.
Dude, I know October's your like spoopy month.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's oh my
I
god.
might have to get in on that for this October.
You're gonna have to, bro.
Yeah. That
Like
might have to.
it took me like 3.5 hours maybe.
Oh, okay.
And
So
just
not bad.
dude, the art style, just everything about that game was just gorgeous. I bought like the exclusive edition where I got a little statue.
Oh,
Everything.
nice.
Like I was just so in love with it. It's
That's
so
dope.
well put together. Like I don't know why. I think when you've been no, you haven't been to PAX yet. All right. Well, hopefully
No.
when this is over, we can all go to PAX. They have an entire section of PAX that's just indie games.
Oh my goodness, that is
Yeah, like,
ridiculous.
I would say maybe a third of the convention center or the convention hall is just indie titles.
Wow.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you'll find some of the coolest stuff. They'll give free keys away. They have a ton of stuff to kind of like pretty much draw you in. So like they'll give away free swag and stuff like that. But no, I think you enjoy it.
That's absolutely insane.
Right? Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool. It gives them a place to like show off their stuff. you
That's
know?
really cool. Yeah, I would love to because I would love to mingle, man. I really want to mingle with all kinds of like people, and oh man, I'm super excited. I'm super
I
excited.
think you'd really like it.
Yeah.
But kind of going away from the whole indie thing, and we were talking about GTA.
Mhm.
This number, like I've been saying this for a while, that I think GTA 5 is probably arguably, you could say is the greatest game of all time. Obviously, people would put Minecraft in there
Mhm.
because of just its longevity, but GTA 5 has sold 130 million units over just a 7-year period.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That puts it in the top 10 in the last generation. That came out last generation, and it's still in the top 10 of the biggest games.
And it's only been out for 7 years.
Yeah, that's just insane. That's ridiculous. So like, part of me wants to attribute that to just like how much it updates and how much they do update, all the things
But
that
that's
they
a good
add to
thing
it.
now.
Yeah, and they like that they add all these free content and whatnot. So I feel like there's all this like, argument over like, DLCs and everything like that. So I think if it's done right, if you have a game where you add in the content for free and like give updates for free, then then like, do that. Your game's gonna have a lot more longevity. Your game is definitely gonna make more money that way. And honestly, you could still make even more money just by doing like a simple little in-game purchase like GTA has. You can buy money or whatever, right? Like you can just buy money in the game. That's a little in-game purchase that they make a ton of money off because people are super lazy. So, I think I think the moral of the story from GTA 5 is that you can make an incredible game that gives all kinds of free DLC without having to, for better terms, sell out.
Yes.
Yes. But that's
No,
my thoughts
I
on it. I'm
agree.
super excited about like all the games that they have coming out, and I'm just really excited to see more on like these titles that they're talking about.
We need more.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. You
We
can never
need
have
more.
too much.
Can never have
You
too much.
can never have too much. But
Can
my
never.
thing is like, this is to backtrack because I just had a random thought to my head.
Oh, no,
So
no.
like
Go on.
GTA 5 was just on the Epic Store because of the high demand. So it's funny to see all these new, like, Steam has always been the behemoth of getting games on PC.
Yeah.
Then you started getting like BattleNet for Blizzard games, and then you have what's Ubisoft's one? What do they call that?
Uplay, I
You
believe.
play.
Yep.
So you're getting all these things that do very well because they're in such high demand. But then you get Amazon now starting to get into the mix, and we talked about in another episode with Google, like Stadia.
Yeah,
Google
Google
Stadia,
Stadia, yeah.
Like it's incredible to me that people are still trying. Like I just like
It is
Epic
insane.
is probably Epic's still relatively new. Same thing with Google and same thing with Amazon. But it's like they're like Epic is just taking the shit by storm.
Mm-hmm.
Like Google can't even compete. Amazon's gonna have a tough time if they decide to do their own thing eventually. But the fact that like just Epic Games, they're able to acquire GTA with pretty much no issue, and it was free.
Yeah, it was free. And didn't that take down the store like due to the
Yeah, it
like
crashed.
didn't it crash? Yeah.
Like just one company literally has shaken up the entire. Like Amazon can't do that. Google can't. Nobody even cares about Google. Like people are starting to leave Google Chrome, going back to Edge or Firefox or what's the new Edge? Yeah, Microsoft Edge.
I think Edge is
everyone's,
the yeah.
But
What-
it's just incredible to me that like they can acquire GTA for nothing. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they had a really good deal,
Mm.
but they broke their site
Yeah, it's
because
insane.
GTA is just such a high demand. Because, like you said earlier, the content that they're pushing out is really, really good stuff.
Yeah. It's
They're
usually pretty
constantly
good.
rewarding its player base, constantly rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
The GTA RP allowing people to make their own servers and like bring back old maps and change things up. Like, there's not many games let you do that.
Yeah, no, not really. It's pretty rare usually. So that's why I like it. Like Overwatch does that with like free updates. You know what I mean? Like they give out free.
Yeah, everything
heroes.
is free.
Yeah, exactly. But they have this side purchase of loot boxes for some extra stuff. Not free, extra stuff.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and the way they changed that, because I remember that was a huge debate. Like, is it gambling? Is it illegal?
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, if no one has played Overwatch, so instead of you just kind of jumping into a game and everyone just kind of like picks whatever, it's role queue now. So you have two people who have to play tank, two people who have to play DPS, and two for healer. And it gives you rewards for playing certain roles. So you'll go onto the menu, you'll click one of the three options. If you want to play tank, it'll give you 25 credits. Or if you pick healer, it'll give you a loot box if you play that character. So it rewards you and gives you opportunities to get loot boxes without actually having to pay for it. So
Exactly. So
it's a cool little system.
It's really nice. Yeah, I'm glad that they upgraded that because they didn't have that all the time, and it was a little bit of a pain to like have to win to get a loot box. You know what I mean? Like I was like, that kind of sucks. Like, what if I just have a really bad streak? And then they changed it, and you could get loot boxes other ways. And then they've just been adding that. They've been adding a bunch of different ways to get more loot boxes, and I think that's really cool. Like that just shows that they definitely want people to keep playing their games and just have fun with it. Like it's still growing, right? I believe like Overwatch is still going. Like it's still growing, still doing its thing. Like
they're gonna like eventually start to take it down. Not take it down like the whole game, but because Overwatch 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how they're gonna transition because a lot of your stuff I think is gonna transition over to Overwatch 2. So like I was worried about like, am I gonna lose all my stuff, my skins? Apparently it's gonna switch over, but now people are saying because of the coronavirus that the Overwatch League might go under. So like there's a lot of talk like this virus has taken everything like away.
Yeah.
And like, has really put a lot of things like, oh my god, we may not have this for much longer, yada yada yada.
Yeah, it's really really rough, dude. It's really rough.
It is rough, but you know, it is what it is. You know, as long as everybody's happy and healthy
Mm-hmm.
and video games are still coming out, we'll be all right.
Exactly. Exactly. I just wanted to touch on something real quick. We don't have it
Go for it, bro.
in our notes here, but did you see that little news clip of a game that was taken down that was kind of like Siege, or that was copying Siege, basically? Like
No, I did not.
Like Ubisoft sued like Google and Apple for this game. I think it was called was it like 022 or something like that. I forget what it's called. Something ridiculous. Something 22.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Could have sworn, or something like that. Yeah, it could be like a siege like game gets, you know, taken down or whatever. So yeah, it basically looks like, if you look at screenshots of it, it looks exactly like a shot for shot for Siege. There's like drone phases, there's operators, what they call them, agents, with like different abilities. Literally, like everything is the same. Like it's ridiculous. So I was
Area
like,
F2, was it Area F2?
Area F2. I knew there was a 2 in there. I don't know why 22 came to mind. Area F2 though, but yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I didn't include it in this because we have a lot to talk about, but I just wanted to touch on that because you were talking about Ubisoft, and it reminded me. So
Interesting. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to watch the video after this to see.
dude, yeah, it's
That's crazy.
it's really interesting. I just looked at the screenshots of it, and you could like see it, like there's like rappelling and everything, and like
Oh my god.
the recruit looks very similar. Like it's just,
God.
yeah, it's pretty funny. I just thought that would be funny to like touch on. But anyway, if you guys haven't seen that, look that up. I'll try to include a little article on that. Yeah. Anyway, on to the next thing. Yeah, I just wanted to like quickly touch on that because of how much we love Siege, and how much Siege has definitely played a huge part in my growth, and just my like I don't know, my mentality,
Mental health.
Yeah, when it comes to games, like I don't know, I feel like I've gotten a lot more patient with games because of Siege. You know, there is a lot of bad that comes with the burnout that came with, you know, with Siege, but I choose to look at the positive. So, you know, fucking take that.
No, I'm with you 100%, man. I've also, like I've said it before, I'm spoiled now. Like if games don't have good sound for footsteps or anything like that, I freak out. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like how come this one game can do it right, but all of you, like everyone else just sucks?
Right. He was very upset about Call of Duty's sound. And
Oh.
yeah. Anyway.
Speaking of Call of Duty, actually.
Speaking of Call of Duty. Yeah, good segue.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Right? So we actually have an industry rumor. I don't know if this has been confirmed at the time of this episode being released, but the new Call of Duty is going to kind of go to the Cold War era. Not really sure how they're going to make that work, but this is all rumor. Apparently, like Treyarch is going to come back with the Black Ops series, kind of like almost revamp it, because, you know, I don't think it's, you know, a mystery that Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are some of the best Call of Duties ever.
Yeah.
Like, no, hands down. Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, trash. Black Ops 4, semi-trash. Semi-trash, but still trash.
Still trash. It was better than 3, but
yes,
and only in terms of multiplayer. I didn't really care for the story of.
Yeah, you're the story guy. I don't play the stories anymore.
Oh man, they're so
but
good.
yeah, no, I just I always thought that Black Ops 1 was better than Black Ops 2, just because like that's what I grew up with. I played all of them, but I just like that style. I like the Vietnam War. I like all of that vibe. So I'm hoping that Call of Duty comes out with a Cold War era. I don't know too much about the Cold War era. I'm not sure how much tactical fighting there even was, or if it was just a lot of like, is he gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? So like I'm since I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to speak on it too much, but I don't know how they can make a video game with shooting and explosions like how Call of Duty normally would go.
Here's what I'm thinking that they're gonna do. I think it's gonna be a lot more like, because since it's like Black Ops, you know, they're making it Cold War era. There was all kinds of Black Ops that went on during that time. So, you know, there's probably some kinds of gunfights that happen that we may not even know about. I mean, that's just like in my belief anyway. But like, they could just use that as a video game standpoint, even if it's something that didn't happen. Like they could just, you know, be like, oh, these like Black Ops are like happening around, you know, and everybody, like people don't really know about it. Like there's all kinds of secret shit happening. So I'm assuming it's going to be a bit more like stealth based, kind of like how Black Ops was, because you were like a Black Ops soldier in Vietnam War, I believe, right? You were very it was hardcore, man. So yeah, I'm just really so here's what I'm hoping. I don't want them to make it crazy ass confusing, because you know, I got lost in that, man. I got
No,
really
I'm with
lost
you,
in that.
bro.
Like, I played Black Ops, the first Black Ops, like at least 12 times. Like, at least. I still don't understand what happened in that game. Like, I still don't know what happened in the story of it, and it was very confusing. Black Ops 2 was good, but I don't retain it as much as I did Black Ops 1, and then Black Ops 3, I don't even remember it. I didn't play Black Ops 4. I think I quit out in the middle of Black Ops 3. Didn't even play Black Ops 4 because I was like, yeah, no.
It was an improvement, but it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, just in story terms, but I did enjoy some of the other ones. Infinity War wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the best. I enjoyed Kit Harington.
Are you coming from a story perspective?
I'm coming from a story perspective. Yeah, story perspective
okay.
right now. Story time with Hunter. I'm coming from a story perspective with this anyway, but I think Infinity War was good just in terms of story. It was fun. I enjoyed the ride, but it wasn't as memorable as some of the other ones. Kit Harington is in there. Love him. Jon Snow. Come on. He's
true.
Beautiful.
You gotta love Jon Snow.
Gotta love Jon Snow. And he does his Jon Snow voice. I mean, come on. Like,
Hunter looks like a young Jon Snow. If anybody hasn't seen what he looked like, if he grew his hair out a little bit, it would be a young Jon Snow.
Oh my, thank you so much. No, but yeah, so honestly, that one was pretty good. I liked Advanced Warfare. That one had like Kevin Spacey in it and whatnot, and that one had a really good story in my opinion. I thought that was really cool. I didn't enjoy the multiplayer of that one though, because I felt like they were just trying to copy Titanfall, which had come out at the same time, I believe. Around the same time anyway.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, now we got like these exoskeletons that you can like do double jumps with, and I'm like, oh, just like Titanfall. It's okay. Like Titanfall has a jetpack that you can do a double jump. Yeah, it's cool, whatever, man. Like
you do you, boo boo. You do whatever you need to do to make yourself happy.
Yeah, but I was like, man, Titanfall feels so much better. Like even the first one, man, I played so much of that. So good. I am just gonna say this. I am very excited for a Titanfall 3. Please give us Titanfall 3.
Yes, I was just going to ask you.
So excited for that. We need a Titanfall 3 in our lives. Like
100%.
Today, please. That would be
today.
Really cool. But anyway, we're getting super off track. Cold War era of Call of Duty.
Maybe going to be announced sometime soon. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Come to next week's episode and we'll tell you all about it. Trust us.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out soon and we can talk about it in the next episode or the week after that. Hopefully it's very, very soon because I want to know more about this. It looks really cool.
I agree. One thing I think we forgot to do, Hunter, was talk about last week's thought of the week. Or discussion of the week, however we want to go about it.
Yeah, thought of the week, discussion of the week, whatever. Yeah, I think you're right. We didn't really touch on that, did we?
No.
What was last week's again?
How did we get into the industry? That's what we have written down here. So I'm trusting notes. Notes don't lie. So I want you to tell me personally. I want you to go first. Tell me, how did you get into this? How did you discover streaming? How did you discover content creation? And like, how'd you get your foot in the door?
Okay. So first off, I just wanted to quote that notes don't lie. People, write that down. That's very true.
Notes don't lie.
Notes don't lie.
If it's in the notes, it happened.
Anyway, so how I got started. I've been in video games for a very long time and I really enjoyed them, obviously. And when I learned that you could actually make money from it and like have a living off of it, I was like, oh, that's really fucking cool. So I wanted to do it a very long time ago. I really wanted to get into it when I was like, 19? I'm 25 right now, about to turn 26. When I was like 19, I really wanted to get into it on Twitch and like just go hard and like really just like give it all that I got. But be honest with you, I kind of chickened out and I kind of just like was like, I don't know what people are gonna think of me. I'm not gonna do good. It's gonna be weird, all that stuff. I might as well just like keep working and save up money and just, do my own thing. So I just got really like, I don't know. I'm sure it was just my attitude at the time and everything going on too, but I just got really like unmotivated and just, I don't know what the right word is, but I just didn't feel it. It just didn't feel it. Communities I was like talking to and everything just didn't really feel it. So I just didn't start on there. But it was always in my mind. I had it in the back of my head for a very long time. So fast forward 4 years after working in restaurants and whatnot and just doing my own thing, playing video games still, obviously, because, you gotta do what you gotta do. But,
of course.
of course. And then, so that's when I discovered Mixer, because it was actually bought by Microsoft. It was Beam at the time, and then they put it on Xbox. So I saw it on my Xbox dashboard. And I was like, oh, this this looks cool. Like, let's check this out. You know, I like live streaming. Like, we'll check this out, see how I like the vibe of it. And funny enough, one of the first streams I checked out was yours. And
Yay!
you were rugby back then, but it was really good. It was a really good experience. I don't remember like a lot of particulars. I just remember like having a really good time just chatting and just like watching you play this. I don't even remember what fucking game you were playing. I think you were playing Siege. I think
Most likely, I played nothing but Siege for like the longest time.
So I was really into Siege at the time when I got into Beam, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check out some Siege content. So I checked out you, and then I also saw another person named Orgaya who I talked about in a video of mine, but he was really cool too. He wasn't playing Siege, but he was just like a super chill guy, and I was like, man, I really like the vibe of this place. It just seems super chill and like just really accepting of like anybody and everybody. Like I don't know. It just seemed a lot different. It was just the vibe of it. It's really hard to describe, but it was just the feeling I got when I got onto the site. I was like, man, this feels good. Like, I enjoy this. So 3 months later after that, after watching a bunch of content, watching all kinds of people, Rug included, I was asking questions to him and other people as well, like how to get started and whatnot, and they were very helpful. And I kind of just got over the whole like fear of what people would think of me and everything. And I was like, man, this is something I really want to try. So like, if it's worth trying, like it's worth trying, fucking go for it. So I actually got my PC back from a buddy of mine. He was borrowing it because I wasn't using it. And it was a really shitty PC. And then I just set up a stream. I watched all kinds of YouTube videos. I learned how to do all of the things and the stuff. And it was a crazy awesome experience. Like a super awesome experience that I would not change for anything in the world. I'm so happy that I got started in it and where I'm at now. So I think it's been an incredible 3 years, and I'm excited for another 3 years. So that's basically how I got started into it. Was just it's always been on my mind. It was always in my mind, but I just didn't know where to start, or maybe I was just too scared to start. I don't know, but.
Yeah, I don't know either. I remember those days where you were Panderoni at the time.
Actually, yeah. So my first name was Fieldsy.
Fieldsy?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that, but you called me Field Dizzy. And that was one thing I was like, man, I hate this name. So,
so then I have no fucking recollection.
You don't remember that? Okay, so
Field Dizzy.
Yeah. So it was spelled like Feeldzy, and you called me Field Dizzy. And like I was like, oh, it's actually like Fieldsy or whatever. He was like, oh, no problem. It was only like for the first day. It wasn't for very long. I did not have it.
I don't remember
so that's why you wouldn't remember it. And then the next day I came in and I had a different name. You're like, oh, what's up? And I was like, oh yeah, it's Fieldsy. Or he was like, oh, it's Field Dizzy. What's up, dude? How you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I changed my name, man. What's going on? How you doing? And we just had a good time, talked and chatted and whatnot. And you were playing Siege, I believe. But
yeah, you were the most hardcore lurker.
Oh hell yeah!
All time. Like I still am. He used to message me every single stream. He's like, "Hey man, I'm lurking. Love your stuff, dude. Keep it up." And then like after a while, he would do that every time I would stream. Like, "Hey man, I'm still here, just lurking, getting stuff done." And then he finally like DM'd me. He was like, "Hey man, I really want to get into streaming. Like, can you help me?" And he took off, man. He blew up after that. Dude, he had it in his system. He was ready for it.
I think it was just a lot of fun, like getting to know so many people. And then when I started streaming, like so many people, like all those people wanted to come out and just like check me out. Not everybody followed, but a lot of them did. And it was really cool to see. And like, it was like, man, like this is a lot of fun. I enjoy this aspect of like, socializing in a way. And it was really cool. So that's when like my eyes got opened up to like networking, as they call it, whereas just more or less just making friends and like making acquaintances and just getting to know people in your industry, like so I made that a main focus. And I just want to point out that those 3 months that I was on Mixer and I did all that lurking that Rug was talking about, I was on my phone. That's all I had my phone, and then I had my Xbox, but I mostly watched on my phone because I just had it chilling, playing while I was doing stuff or playing a video game. And just had it like, chilling. I had that shit on the charger all the time.
So, dude, for sure, man.
I just destroyed my battery. But, dude, I was lurking like crazy in people's streams. And I was hanging out, just listening, getting to know like how streaming is done. And, he talks about how I message him all the time. And I messaged him like a lot. And I just thought it was really cool. Like, it was interesting because I looked up to him. And I was like, man, this dude's doing like exactly what I want to do. But little did I know he had like not been doing it for that long. Like
Oh god, no. Yeah, when you came to me, man, I was still a novice. I'm
exact at
still
that
I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
yeah, like we're still novices and whatnot, but like at that time he was literally like super fresh, and like I was like thinking he was like, man, this like pro dude who's been doing this for like years and shit. I'm like, fuck, man, this guy's doing what I want to do. Shit. So it was very, very awesome though. It was a cool experience, and definitely wouldn't change it for anything. So
I don't know how many people can actually say like I don't know. One thing I've noticed in this industry, there's a lot of good people, a lot of amazing people. Like
mm,
clearly, like I've met Hunter through streaming and just chatting in a streaming platform.
mhm.
But there's also people who like aren't very polite and not very nice. So it's hard to find like when you go to like network or go to just make a friend. It's very hard to like weed out the good ones and the bad ones. But like when you make that connection with somebody and it turns into this, like Hunter does incredible content. Everyone pretty much on Mixer is when you start out, it's like the race to 10K followers. Like for some reason, I don't know if it's like that now. I haven't streamed on Mixer in a while, but that's like the milestone to hit is like once you get to 10K, like then everything else just kind of like flows naturally. But like everyone's super like, oh, I got to get to 10K. Like Hunter blew through, got to 10K, got partnership, has done a lot. So it's cool to see. Like I don't know how many people can say this to watch someone that used to like a viewer of mine that has ended up becoming a good friend of mine that has also become a successful streamer, really big in the industry. Like it's just cool to see that like I got to watch that entire thing unfold from the point of just a lurker to now in my personal being a professional streamer, content creator who does a lot of cool stuff. It's like you can see the maturity growth too. Like you have grown in the sense of like how you view content, even your like your mental capacity. Like you're very philosophical now about how content works and how like the industry as a whole like works together as one. So it's
Yeah,
really cool to see.
yeah.
It is really, really cool to see.
Definitely invested a lot of time in trying to just learn a lot to do with with all of this, and just trying to change mindset, because I think mindset is a huge thing. But
Oh, for
dude,
sure.
it was very, very kind of you, and I'm blushing over here, you son of a
Oh,
fucking
stop
bitch.
it.
You son of a bitch, I am blushing.
No, but like it's true though.
No,
Like
that's
I
super awesome.
literally
Like,
got to see this whole thing unfold in front of me and to see
yeah, it's
like wow, this dude has like he has become the streamer. Like he's become bigger than what I was at one point. Like it's just so cool to be like this guy worked his ass off
yeah, it's been a
and now
wild
this is
ride.
where he's at. It has
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. It really has been. And it's just been, like you said, it's just like, honestly, just meeting some, like the random chance that I found your stream and just clicked on it and started to hang out, and we made that connection. And now we've been friends for over 3 years. Or, yeah, actually over three
Yeah, I would
years
say
now.
so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I started watching in April, and I would say we became fast friends. So, yeah, I'd say about like just a little over 3 years, and that's just insane to me. Like that's absolutely insane to me. Like I've been told all my life that like video games were like such a nerdy thing to do, and like you can't make
I
friends.
still get told that.
Just playing. Oh yeah, yeah, obviously. I mean, I still get told that too. But it was like you
Yeah.
can't make friends playing video games. What are you doing? All that stuff. It's like, well, you know, I've made a lot of great friends around the world. Actually, like I've learned a lot from these friends too. Like
Oh, for sure.
it's pretty insane to think about it, and it's like, you know, something like this wouldn't have been possible not even like fucking 10-15 years ago, right? So like it's really crazy. It's crazy to think, like, I don't know, it's just been a wild ride, man. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
Anytime, brother.
But yeah, anyway, I need your story. How did you get started?
So I'm gonna make this super sweet, and I mean it's really not a huge story. So when I was in college, I mean it really wasn't that long ago. I would say yeah, 4 years ago is when I figured it out. So I've always known about YouTube and looking up game content. I've always been a big gamer, played video games since I was a little kid. One of my roommates was like, "Hey, come upstairs. We're gonna watch some Rocket League." Thinking we were just gonna go watch YouTube. So he pulls up this app on his Xbox One from Twitch. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, this is a live streaming platform. This is this person's job. So he plays Rocket League or a video game, and people talk to him. You know, they can subscribe, and this is how he makes a living. And once I saw that, I watched for maybe like 15 minutes. I became absolutely obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Where I spent my entire savings because I was like broke college student. Literally spent everything that I had on computer and streaming equipment, and pretty much it was just that was it. Like I streamed every single day. Like came home from school, did my homework really, really quickly, streamed for the rest of the night. It may or may not have cost a relationship in college, but you know what? In my opinion, totally worth it because one, bad relationship anyway, but damn, did I get to play a lot of video games. But it was just like an instant thing where I watched it and I just became obsessed. Like I don't even know what the feeling was, but like I just watched Twitch every single day. I wanted to stream so bad. And then I streamed for like 3 months on Twitch and I thought I had really good content. And I was like, you know what, man, I need to find another platform because I was still kind of naive. So I looked all these different platforms. I found Beam. There was another one. Oh God, what was it called? I think it was called like Hitbox.
Oh, that sounds, yeah, that was one. Hitbox.
Yeah, but I think there was another name before they became Hitbox.
Like Caster or something like that, or is that a new one?
No, Caster's the multi-stream, like
Oh,
restream.
yeah.
But anyway, so I found a bunch of like Hitbox and Beam, and then I went to Beam, started streaming on it. My first day, I averaged like 2 or 3 viewers on Twitch. First day I got rated by this guy named Lay Down Clown, who actually recently came into my Twitch stream with somebody else, like, hey man, how's it going? And I remember I was like, dude, you literally sold me on Mixer or Beam at the time. It's like you rated me and I had 8 people in my chat room and I fucking lost it. It broke my internet, completely broken. I had like actual garbage internet at my parents' house at the time when I was on home for break. Crashed my stream completely and I was like, dude, no, I want to stream there, man. That is legit. So that's essentially like how I got into it. I just became obsessed and it's been a wild ride. I've quit, I've changed platforms, I've streamed on Mixer and other platforms. I'm still kind of finding my way through this industry. I'm not really sure anymore like what I want to do, but it's been probably the most incredible experience because like you've said, I have made friends that will remain my friends for a long time and I haven't met half of them.
Yeah.
And like I talk to them every single day. I know about their lives, I know what they're going through, and I've never met them. And people like think it's weird. My parents may like they support me, but they find it kind of odd. But hey, like it's the world we're living in. It's 2020. Like the internet is incredible. So no, it's really awesome to see like where it's gone. But yeah, that's essentially how I got started in the industry, like where I came from. You know, if anyone has any questions for me or Hunter, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comments or
Yeah.
come to our streams,
Or-
mixer.com/Hunter happens, twitch.tv/RugratGG.
Thanks for that.
You get all the
plug.
links down below. Just saying.
Thanks for that plug, man. Oh my goodness.
Always the plug, bro.
Yeah, guys, like he said, I'm on Mixer. He's on Twitch. And also, you can talk to us on Twitter if you want. Fucking add us and, start a conversation with us if you want. Feel free, man. Like, I'm always down
reals.
for that. We're just the same on Twitter. Hunter Happens and Rugrat GG. So, guys, do that up. And yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, I just want to take a quick little note. My friend is like, well, the first one who like showed me Twitch as well and like showed me live streaming. He's like, dude, this guy gets paid to play this game. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's eye opening.
It really,
like, obviously,
really
we didn't start streaming for the money. Like, I want to make that clear because there are people who will take that out of a context, but it's just something to see. Like, wait, I can be a professional gamer without being like a pro, without being like absolutely cracked at this game. Like, it's enticing. You're like, wow, there's a possibility that I could be something.
Mm-hmm.
So
just for
I think
making
it's
like
cool.
fun content or just whatever, just being yourself and having a personality that people can hang out with and watch you play some video games, like that's just mind blowing to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's really cool though, man. Like, so you got started like right away, right after, huh?
Literally, I would say maybe in October. September, October is when my friend, like we just moved into our apartment. There was 6 of us. We're all just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit. And I want to say the Monday after Thanksgiving. So we had Thanksgiving off. We had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I went back to school on Monday with all of my equipment, immediately pressed the start streaming button.
That's
immediately.
That's pretty awesome. That's actually really awesome.
And here we are.
Yeah. Here we are so many years later, and I'm just so excited for the future as well. Like I'm just excited to make more content. Like I'm really excited that I've actually done more than just streaming. Like I feel like I've definitely moved more into the content creation side of just streaming, because live streaming is a very I'm not gonna say easy form of content, but it's definitely I don't know, it's easier for me because I feel like I don't work well with scripts or like trying to plan things very much, but I'm finding that I really enjoy it, and I don't know, it's kind of like a turning point. Like I've always been like a messy and chaotic person, but I've kind of gotten in line and like definitely want to attribute that to like streaming and just because I think that's helped me become a little bit more disciplined too, just being here and like just doing my thing and actually like taking this seriously. Like when I started to take this seriously, I was like, oh yeah, this is actually like a job I could do and like something that I could like actually professionally make money with and actually build my, you know, legend or whatever you want to call it. Like I just honestly I think it's so much fun, and I'm so happy that I found Beam or Mixer, whatever it was called at the time. I'm just so happy that I've got into live streaming and actually met all of you guys. So it's been a wild ride, dude.
And as the tear runs down my face, all the cute, heartwarming things that we have going on here,
Seriously.
we have a new thought of the week. This is
Yeah.
how we're going to kind of wrap it up and kind of give you guys something to think about and stuff for me and Hunter to also think about. So for those who are currently streaming, and then obviously this goes for us, and for those who haven't started streaming, this may actually help you kind of like think about it more. What streaming advice would you tell your past self? Like if I was able to go back in time and find young Rug or young Anthony, what would I tell him as he's trying to get into streaming, and like what advice would I give him? So I want you guys to think about that, kind of mull it over, see what you guys can come up with. I know I'm going to be thinking about it because I think about this all the time. If I can go back, what would I change? But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming into the podcast, coming into our streams. Those who've reached out to us, we do appreciate it. Hunter, do you have anything you want to add? Anything you want to say to all those amazing listeners at home?
No, I just want to say thank you. Like Rug said, guys, we really appreciate it. We've been having a great time with these podcasts, and we're just super excited for more of them. So, again, thank you guys so much, and until next time, stay awesome.
Stay awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Follow us on Twitter. All of the amazing things. Do all of the things you can do to help support the podcast. Share it, so on and so forth. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see all of you guys next week.
Later.